there's been a lot of talk about this, and you're probably sick of hearing it by now, but are there any legitimate worries about Sark that there's tons of rumors he might leave for the NFL, wherever. Do you think there's any truth to that? Do you worry about that? What do you think?
Great question, Wes. I think that as I think Sark said it best in his own words. He said, that's a sign of a successful program. When you have a program that's winning, you have a culture that's thriving, and you have a coach that is steering the ship, and the NFL is showing interest, or there's rumors or being talked about, or agents are putting out filler. That's a sign of a good program, and that's a compliment to where Texas is. Ultimately, if Sark were to surprise, and I think it would be a surprise because I don't see him leaving for the NFL this year. I think that if he were to leave, I think it would be post Arch. I think that Arch is his. I think it's his. Like Quinn was his boy. I think Arch is definitely Sark's like calling card of like success, because this will be a quarterback that he has brought through the program from start to finish.
Right.
And if Arch ends his career next year in a high note, maybe a first round pick, maybe even a top overall pick, I think that would be the more likely scenario that Sarkisian would leave. If he surprises and left this year, I honestly, I would be excited for what Texas had to like for the future. I think what Sark's done has been awesome to bring Texas from you know, a desert to now we're in the oasis of two back-to-back college football playoffs. We're in the conference title talk in November, mid-November, so we're still having some really good success. We owe a debt of gratitude to Sark, and I wouldn't want Sark to leave, but if Sark does leave, I would be extremely excited to see where Texas goes, because unlike your Penn States, Floridas, or whoever else you want to throw in the mix of the craziness of the college coaching carousel that's going to happen here shortly, if there was an opening like Texas because of Sark, being successful and going to the NFL, and I don't think he would go as a coordinator. I think he'd have a head coaching position. Um, I think that the head coach of Texas and NFL offensive coordinator are almost like a lateral position for Sark at this point. So I think he would. I think he would take a head coach. So if that happened, I would be very interested to see who would be tier one for Texas. And I think that they'd make a huge splash. So I don't see it happening, Wes, but I also know that if that were to happen sooner than I thought, I think Texas would be fine.